Childhood Sweethearts, Chapter 2, Ponyville. Well, here we are, Ponyville. You fought mindlessly, staring into the distance from your window beside your seat on the train. Unlike your hollow thoughts, the land outside of the window you were staring through was filled with life and busy movement from ponies and taxis, and in the background of it all, you could make out what appeared to be some kind of market. Being as distracted as you were, you didn't even realise that the train had stopped and you were the only one sitting in the carriage. Shocked and snapping back to reality, you quickly took your leave and joined your mother, who was waiting outside with most of the belongings that were in your previous house back in Manhattan. They only consisted of around a dozen or so large boxes and a small safe that held some spare money in it for safekeeping. Only a few boxes of those belonged to you, but the only two things that weren't boxed were your helmet and scooter. With all that your mind was still wrapping around, only that could make you elicit a small smile. Taking your helmet with your hooves, you placed it atop your mane, feeling the weight push down softly on your head. Taking your scooter that was folded for ease of portability, you strapped it to your back and managed to help your mum with carrying your boxes and by placing them on your back also, lightening her load. With a quick thanks to the cargo pony, you and your mother went along to find a new house that you only knew was in the middle of town, right through the swarming crowds of the busy market. Uneasily, you pulled the strap down from your scooter tighter, feeling it tightly clenched to your back as if it were alive and gripping you for dear life. Beside you, your mother looked just as uneasy, and staying as close together as you could, you made your move towards the hundreds of browsing ponies. From left to right, ponies brushed up against you, nearly knocking you down to the floor along with extra weight on your back containing all of your belongings. You could see that your mother was also having the same problem, yet the worst was about to come, as you could see a speeding taxi driver heading dead towards you as fast as he could. You didn't even have time to react before he collided with you and knocked you down, throwing your body forcefully into the wall of a nearby building, and you slid down to your stomach as you could feel a softly burning pain in your head from where you hit it. The damage thankfully only being minimised by a trusty helmet that had now additional memory dented into it. With blurry eyes, you looked in a daze in front of you by slowly lifting your head, only to see three orange, cream and white figures standing before you. In your current dazed state, your hearing had gone, and you couldn't hear anything but soft ringing and muffled voices, indicating that they were saying something. Blinking to get the blurriness out of your eyes, you slowly regained your vision and you scratched your ears, eventually getting your hearing back, only to get a throbbing headache as the loudness of the market scene came back too quickly. As you recoiled in pain, you could feel the hoof of one of the figures looking down to touch your shoulder. Looking up, you were greeted by a set of gorgeous purple eyes that matched an amethyst colour, and you could see her coat was a bright hue of orange. You would be lying if you said you didn't feel the slightest bit of a blush begin to burn your white cheeks. Moving her hoof from your shoulder, she offered it to you, and still weary, you slowly placed your hoof in hers before you were lifted from the floor and shakily placed back onto your hooves again. Able to finally get a good look at the three who came to help you, you could clearly see that the orange one was a Pegasus, the white one a unicorn, and the creamy coloured one an earth pony whose eyes all held concern. Feeling the highly discomforting clamp on your head from the strong blow that was your helmet, you unstrapped it from your chin and took it off, immediately feeling a wave of relief pass through you as you felt oxygen and blood flow back to your brain. "Are you alright? You took a nasty blow there," the Pegasus said, looking over your features. Placing your helmet down, you scratched your head with a hoof. "Oh, yeah, fine, thank you. Just hurt a bit is all," you said, still feeling most of the damage to your head from the impact. In fact, you were so distracted by the pain that you hardly even realised that your scooter had gone missing from your back. From your sudden worried look, the concern in the three fellas' eyes grew. Something wrong? You didn't get beat up too bad, did you?" the cream-coloured one asked, gently pushing back some of her glamorous red hair behind her ear. "My scooter's gone. Has anyone seen it?" you asked them, trying not to exclaim to save yourself from a wave of nausea. Oddly, you could see the worried frown on the Pegasus' face transform into a gleeful smile at the mention of a scooter. "Wait, you have a scooter too?" she asked, unable to contain herself as she gripped onto your shoulders. "Yes, and I had it strapped to my back right before that guy hit me, along with all my stuff," you said before easily pushing her off from you, and she gave a soft frown. Your stuff? Are you new here or something? She asked with added curiosity as she looked you over. Just moved here, actually. Me and my mum were just on our way to our new house. As if on cue, you could see your mother come into view, a worried look plastered on her face. Other than that worried look on her face, your eyes were focused more on that was thankfully on her back and in one piece. Your scooter. Oh, Blaze, there you are. You alright? She picked you up and pulled you into a tight hug, but didn't do wonders for your back and gave you a smooch on the cheek only a mother could give before placing you back down. An embarrassed blush upon your cheeks that was burning like a pair of rosy candles. Mum! You said in a stereotypical childlike manner that was only said in the way that time of an embarrassing moment such as this. She gave an apologetic smile, once you noticed a free filler standing beside you before she gave you back your scooter, much to your delight. Oh, who's your new friends, Blaze? She asked innocently as you merged into the fillies with her eyes, and you let out a soft gawking noise upon he called them your friends. Mum, we've only just... You began but was cut off by the pegs of the group. I am Scootaloo, and these are my friends, Apple Bloom. She merged into the cream-coated and red mane airpony who gave a small affirmative nod, and Sweetie Belle. She lastly merged into the white-coated, two-tone pink and violet-maned unicorn. Well, I'm glad to see they're already getting to start making new friends, Blaze. Now come on, we need to get these things moved in. She said and you nodded, feeling a slight pang of disappointment that you had to cut the meeting so short. The three gave a small wave goodbye before they left to go back to whatever they were doing and leaving you alone with your mother. Beside you, you saw that the boxes your things are being held in were dumped beside you, a little torn up but still keeping all your contents inside. Restrapping your scooter onto your back, you restacked the boxes on top and made for your new house. For some reason, you couldn't quite so explain, you had the feeling that things in life weren't as bad as you thought they'd be.